It's Screech, and today I have something a little bit different and really special. I have prepared a slideshow on how to get started making beats for free. So let's go ahead and get into this. First, we're going to talk about what this is going to really be about. And I'm basically going to be going over three things. Number one is your hardware needs. Number two, your software needs. And number three, optional purchases in case you do have some money to spend towards becoming a producer. This is not going to be necessarily a direct tutorial on how to make a beat, although I do plan on making a video on that probably tomorrow. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. First of all, who am I? My name is Creech. That's my producer name, not my real name. And really, I'm just some guy. I'm a high school sophomore, but I have been making beats, and I use FL Studio for about 2.5 years. So I kind of know what I'm doing. And I'm also a cheapskate. I definitely know how to get things for free and how you can do anything as a producer almost for free. So yeah, so let's really get into it now. So number one is your hardware needs. So you will need a computer. There's no way around that. And phones do count as computers too. You can use a phone or a tablet. However, it's not going to be a good experience, to be honest. Is your current computer good enough? Probably. You don't really need, although there are some things, specifically Serum is a plugin that uses a lot of CPU, but for the most part, you should be able to do anything you want to, as long as it's not something too crazy on the computer that you currently have. And also headphones or speakers. You don't need to go out and buy a $300 or $400 pair of headphones. If you have anything from a JBL speaker or just your earbuds that you use, you can use that to make beats with. And while they're not going to sound as good, it's not going to be a massive difference to the point where you need to, that it's going to like change how good the beat is. Number two, your software needs. You will need a digital audio workstation, which is also called a DAW or DAW. And then I forgot to put some pre-examples in here, but basically if you are making trap music, as I assume most people will be, the one you want to go to is Linux Multimedia Studio, or LMMS, which is the probably the best free DAW. I use FL Studio, which is I think I got it for like $100 or something, or $200 maybe, and that is the only thing I've really spent money on. You can pirate. Just a note on software, piracy is always an option. I have like Electra X, Nexus, Serum, Silent, and I haven't paid for any of those, which I could make a whole another video on how to do that. But yeah, you don't need to, and if you're looking for a legit way to do everything, LMMS is a great DAW for free. The second thing you'll need is VSTs or plugins or synths or effects, and VST just means Virtual Studio Technology. So basically synthesizers, which are essentially digital instruments, and I can make a whole video on those. And also effects, which are effects that you add to the synthesizers to change how they sound. And you don't need presets, but if you're just starting out, presets will be helpful. And I have also drum samples. You probably need those, although there are some drum VSTs, but basically all those is a drum sample put on a VST. I have linked below a few good websites where you can find good. So I have one for which is KVR Audio, which is for free VSTs. I can't think of any that I'd really recommend from there, but it's a good place to get started. There is one, but I can't think of it right now. Good presets and drum samples are on Producer Grind, and Also Looperman, which is a site where creators can share sounds they've made, and you can use them. They are 100% royalty free. And so yeah, that's basically all you need to get started. Now I'm going to quickly go over some optional hardware. For number 1 and 2, you can upgrade your computers or headphones or speakers. Some people, I hear a lot of people say that speakers are way better than headphones. And they're really not, to be honest, unless obviously they're going to sound different. But it really doesn't make a difference. And especially if you really think about it, most people are just going to be listening to your music on little earbuds, and you don't really need to get every particular frequency right. So number 3 is a MIDI controller, which is what I have a picture of on the screen here. This is basically a keyboard where you have the notes laid out in a traditional way, and it does feel more intuitive and natural to play melodies this way. You can also do what's called clicking it in, where you just, and I'm probably going to go over this tomorrow in a video that I'll make on how to make your first beat, but basically you just go into your DAW, and your DAW will have what's called a piano roll, and you can just select the notes from there, and you can create melodies that way. Also, which 4 and 5 kind of go together, is a microphone and an audio interface. So obviously you know what a microphone is, and I'm using like a $30 mic right now that came with a stand and some other stuff, and it sounds fine. You might, if you really want a great sounding microphone, then you might have to spend a couple $100. Like if you're playing on rapping, you might have to spend a couple $100, and that will ultimately be cheaper than going to a studio. And then an audio interface is basically a device that converts digital audio sounds into more analog sounds for your headphones. And optional software, my bad, I forgot about this. So you can pay for a DAW, like I mentioned earlier, with FL Studio. Logic is probably the second most popular after that, and I will say that Logic is, I see it used more by like EDM producers or pop producers. It's always an option. You can also pay for plugins and preset packs and drum packs. However, the latter two, I would not recommend that. Because basically what happens is people just take sounds from free packs and then sell them as paid packs, and the same sounds are recycled so much that you can get any sound you want for free. Plugins, however, if you do not want to pirate them, which is illegal, by the way, but so that's always an option. But you can pay for them. They are very expensive. Probably the cheapest plugin, which no idea now, but you can get like some FL Studio has some paid plugins they've made that start at like $80, but they go up into several $100s really fast. And the third topic and final thing I will be talking about in today's video is a beat selling website, or making your own website, investing in something like that, because at the end of the day you probably want to make money with this, and so like for BeatStars, which is probably the most popular conglomerate of producers and rappers, I paid $180 I think for the whole year to sell beats on there. Haven't had much success with it, to be honest, but and you can also make your own website, and then of course you will have to find a way to drive traffic to that website, but that is really another topic that I will hopefully make another video on, and so yeah, that is pretty much it. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this. It's like I said, something different, and I began thinking, so I kind of like teaching, and I do want you to let me know in the comments if this is something that you like, and even though this was very rudimentary, and next couple of videos probably will be too, just because that's what I feel the most comfortable with teaching. But yeah, I think one of the problems I'm having with my channel growing is that my watch time is shit. It's like, because my videos are only like 3 minutes long, and somebody watches 10% of that, or fuck, you can't do that because of the 60 seconds. Anyway, if someone watches 10% of that, obviously it's a lot less than, the watch time is a lot less than like a 10-minute video, and YouTube is going to promote longer videos at the end of the day, so I need to do something that's going to help my channel, and this might be it. Also, streaming is another option, but let me know down in the comments if you want to see more like this, or if you have any suggestions on what you want to see. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something.